Hello, my name is Luchador138. If you're watching this video, then this is a video tutorial on how to use Controllermate and your Xbox controller on The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 2. First of all, have the controller turned off right now at the moment. Make sure it is not connected to your computer, which in this case it's a Mac. This is the whole point of this tutorial. Telltale Games decided to not make it accessible for Xbox controllers to work with the Mac. On the first season, it worked fine. Second season, there's a glitch and it doesn't work. So, this is a tutorial on how to get it to work with the controller. You have to download a software that's called Controllermate. If you're watching this on YouTube, I have the link for the Dropbox supplied down below in the description, so you can just download it. If you're watching this from Steam, then the link is already in the discussion board, and you can just click on it, or I probably have repasted it with this post, which will be with the video post link. So you could just download it that way. Anyway, the controller is turned off right now at the moment. It's very important that you're not connected to your Mac with the controller. So if you're using a wired controller, make sure it's not connected to the computer when you have this on. Right now I'm using the wireless one, so it has the receiver. The receiver can be plugged in and turned on as long as the controller is not turned on itself. Continuing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start up Steam. First, sorry, take that back. We're going to start up Controllermate, which is down here at the bottom, after you've downloaded and everything. You should also download the profile that's I've provided as well. It's called the Walking Dead profile, and it has everything done for you already. All you have to do is download it, and I will now tell you how to set it up. As you can see right here, if you see my cursor on the left side of Controllermate, there is all these things on here. When you download it, you're only going to have one profile, and it's the Walking Dead. These other profiles I have just made, so for different games, for different situations, for different things. So you could also do that by just right-clicking on the profile and copy, and then from there just build up from there and make a brand new profile for your game. Right now for this video though, we're going to be doing The Walking Dead. So here is the profile. It's called Walking Dead. You'll notice right away that there's a check mark box right here. Right now it's check marked. If it's not check marked, make sure you go ahead and do that. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to see that there's a tiny little cog next to the checkbox. Make sure that that is turned on as well. It will become shaded and dark, and you can see all the details on it, and that means that it's on. Also, you may want to click this little arrow right here that's next to the cog, and it will drop down a little drop down arrow thing, and you'll see that there's two profiles, The Walking Dead and New Virtual Mouse. Those are needed to work with the Xbox controller. Make sure that both are checked off. Once everything's done, if you want to double check and make sure, you should see that it says Walking Dead enabled. That means it's on. There it goes, it says. Get rid of this, just minimize it, leave it on, it's still operating. It's very important, otherwise it won't work at all. So it's on right now. You can also close the outbox here as well, and that should be fine. Just what I'm doing. There it goes. Alrighty, let's start up Steam, and we're going to start The Walking Dead. I have decided to make it windowed so that you guys can see everything that's on the desktop and see it all at once. Okay, once The Walking Dead is loaded up, make sure it says click to begin. Just get it started and get it going. It's connecting now. Okay, once the game is loaded up and ready to go, you can now go ahead and turn on your controller, which is what I'm doing right now. As you can see, it's synced up with the receiver, so it's working. Now let's test it out. To make sure that it works, just go ahead and move the right analog stick. You can see that the mouse is working. There it goes. I'm using the mouse, using the analog stick. So let's test it out to just show you that it works. Everything is binded to the controller according to what the controls are in the game. So Q and E are up here, and these other ones are for running, selecting, and shifting. I believe X is for pause as well. Just kind of trial and error Just mess around with it until you get it right and you get used to the controls. You can also look at the controls by clicking on the Controllermate profile, Walking Dead, and more specifically see and customize it to whatever way you want. Just go ahead and drag down the box that says keyboard inputs, and then you can go ahead and select whatever keyboard inputs you want to put to the buttons. Or just leave it the way it is, which is pretty good. So the right trigger is the left click mouse. So we're going to go ahead and pull that and start the game. Now I don't want you guys to sit through the entire intro, so let's just go ahead and skip into a real game chapter so that we don't have to sit through a boring video recap. Alright, here we go. Starting the game now. Sounds like it's going to start it regardless, so just sit through this intro and we'll see if it works. It should take just a second. Now if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go ahead and skip this part and wait until the intro is done. Fortunately, I'm live right now, so I have to wait and sit it out. So actually, no video intro, so I skip right into it, thank God. Okay, Q is the top trigger here, and E is the right one. So there you go, it's working. As you can see, the arrow's moving with the right analog stick. It moves a little slow, but it moves quick enough for you to make the choices because the game gives you enough time to make those selections.
Sorry about Pete.
Once again, I moved the right analog stick, the mouse cursor, over to the right, so just to show that it's working. Didn't move really quickly, but it moves. For some people, it might be slow. For me, it works, and I think it works great for the game.
He wasn't going to make it.
Keep in mind, because this is a software program, it isn't going to be perfect, but it's going to be as close as it's going to get to actually working the controller with this game. It's, like I said, not perfect, but it works good enough, like really good.
Help us get out of here.
Knock yourself out.
So now, the game has officially started, and as you can see, I'm using the left analog stick to move the character, and the right analog stick to move the cursor. See the speed it moves? It's pretty good. So then, now we can do that, and it starts it. So thank you for watching. I hope this has been a very educational tutorial on how to use Controllermate and Xbox controller on Walking Dead Season 2. Thank you for watching.